They can't see what?
3,
I'm covering my camera up there.
1.
You tell me what they can't see. I'll just be in the dark.
They can't.
Trying to
You're
clown
good
me.
now. You're good now. No. While the intro was playing, they couldn't see what I could see. Like I could see you, but they couldn't see you.
No, play. You trying to play me out, man?
No, I'm not.
Look around my room.
I promise I'm not.
Make sure I ain't got.
Hold on, I
Like
got
y'all
two
draws
things playing
there,
in the
so-
background.
Okay.
Damn, why is this playing in the back? Where's my mute button? There it is. All right. Let's try that. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. I gotta go sound. My fault. What up, everybody? Give me a second. Boom. Okay. No, that's not working. Boom. That's not working. I'm echoing. Turn this crap off. Where am I echoing from? You can hear that? Oh, I can't hear you, Philly. Oh, I know what it is. Oh. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is real bad. Where am I echoing from? This is killing me right now. What's up, y'all? Somebody tell me if y'all can hear me echo, because where the freak is this coming from? Hello. About to turn this off. Nope. God, dog, where's that echo coming from? It's the most annoying thing ever. What is playing? All right. Philly? Yep, I can hear you now. I can hear you. Philly?
Yeah, I can. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm echoing from somewhere and I can't figure out where.
Okay, so it doesn't sound like you're echoing on this side, so it's just in your headphone.
Oh, you know what? God damn, I'm such an idiot. Okay, we're back. God, I'm so
we just
slow.
ate up what 10 minutes of the show already.
8 minutes. And you know what?
I'm just gonna mute my headphone.
There we go. That
Okay, it's
worked and
over.
everything. Oh, that looks so
Not-
cool. That looks so cool. See that?
Yeah.
Cool. That looks so cool.
What's cool about it?
Because it has, like, you can see Thor when he comes up, when you be saying something crazy. See if you look at it like that. You have to look
Yeah,
at
I saw it. It just
Oh.
came on the screen, but
Yeah.
okay, never mind. Pay me no mind.
Wow.
I'm
You know
just
when you
trying
do
to add some
something new,
professionalism in here.
you
know
try
what I mean? Some
something new,
professionalism.
do something nice.
We don't need all this candy crap. You know what I mean?
They said it
Professionalism,
enhances the viewership for the podcast.
Showing a picture of your dog.
Well, it goes along with the, like, when somebody say something crazy, be like, bruh. Like, instead of me holding my face to the side, like, what the hell are you talking
Yeah,
about?
if you're watching a little kid podcast when they shooting up Call of Duty or Fortnite, maybe.
Okay.
But that's just me.
Not for everybody. All right.
That's just me.
All right.
Okay.
Disclaimer first.
Well, welcome everyone to another edition of Unpopular Celebrities Sunday edition. It's your boy, your dude, yours truly, Philly DC, and the place to be, along with my co-host, engineer Pete, just out in the world doing her business. Dell up in the place doing his job. Shout out to them. We are your unpopular celebrities. Hey, if you're brand new, first, thank you for joining us this Sunday. If this is your first time, please check out our work on YouTube, other social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and all that stuff. And make sure on the YouTube, when you check us out, all of our shows are captured on there. Like, share, subscribe. Send us a comment how well we did on the show, things you want to talk about. If we suck, if we're great, I doubt you'll say we suck because you're going to enjoy the show. But leave us a comment. Let us know how you think and stuff like that. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started with the show.
So we'll shoot this disclaimer we got to shoot. Let me see if I can change my voice. It's probably cooler if I do.
See what this sounds. Oh. No, don't like you.
Here we go. Nope, don't like it.
Here we go. Hey,
I'm sure y'all can see the disgust in my expression.
put the disclaimer up. Official disclaimer. This channel is all about our professional experience in the United States military and does not constitute or reflect its endorsements, recommendations, or favoring by the Department of Defense or the United States Air Force. The views and opinions expressed here do not necessarily state or reflect those of the Department of Defense or the United States Air Force and does not intend to bring discredit to the Department of Defense or the United States Air Force. Thank you. All right. Back here, regularly scheduled program.
Okay. Did you like that, Philly?
Please tell me what satisfaction you got out of doing that.
I don't think it's just my
Maybe I'm missing
satisfaction. I think it's the
something.
viewership satisfaction. Like,
Okay, we're gonna see. I would
there are
love
people
to
that
see
wake
after
up on
we
one
stand
side of
the
the
minutes.
one side and be happy for you. People that wake up and be upset for you. And you know what? You can't control either one.
Okay, I'm lost on that one, but that's fine. Who am I?
There's haters in
Wow.
everywhere. You're not successful
Okay.
unless you have haters. Y'all remember that. Y'all not successful unless
You're
y'all
not
have haters.
successful unless you have haters. Okay, a positive message for this Sunday morning.
Oh, was that the
You're not
positive message?
successful. I guess. I mean, according to you, like you're not successful. If you guys don't have haters, y'all suck. That's what he pretty much
I didn't
saying.
say y'all suck. It just, you know when you made it when you have haters. Like when Conor McGregor started that walk he does, the little bloop, 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 bloop walk. Everybody was like, "That's stupid. That's stupid." That was famous. That was infamous.
How's that a hater though? How is it? Okay, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole.
Oh, how's your microphone?
Oh, it's glorious. You
Why
know,
don't
it's
you get a
funny. Like
stand?
this. Well, one, because I don't want a stand. I want to use it like this.
Okay.
It is see, unlike y'all, I have a personality. I like to switch up things from time to time. Hence
like
being a
that.
Sagittarius.
Yes.
I like to be different. You know what I mean? Like if I want to hold the mic, then I'm gonna hold the mic. It's a classic mic. It's made to be held.
Interesting.
See? It bends. See?
Charles
It's like-
Davis.
It's the microphone of my favorite MC of all time, and it should be yours, Yasin Bey, aka Most Def. So I did it because of him. Yes.
What Pete
Thank
talking
you,
about?
Charles? Thank you. As
What's
always,
up, fellas? Charles, I'm not sure
Always.
where you came in. Thank you for being a loyal star listener. You got a little star by your name. So thank you for being a
Yes.
loyal star listener.
Big up to Charles Davis, man. Always in the place, man.
For sure. Sorry we didn't put the that we were going live. You know, sometimes stuff happens. We need to do better at that. Hey, Philly, behind you, there's like 2 old school TVs.
I'm glad you asked. They're technically not TVs. They're called PVMs, professional video monitors. These are the same monitors they use in medical facilities and places where they do security. They're like an advanced version of a CRT.
Okay.
So they're about maybe 20, so about 2001. One is 1999. But anyway, you play old school retro games on them. The
Those are-
picture is perfect.
Those are $400 a piece. I'm sorry, $4,000 together.
$4,000.
You said one's 2,000, one's 1999.
No, that's the year.
Oh, okay.
But the larger one on the far, let's see where you're looking at it, is your right.
You're right, or
Or
left.
your left. Your left. On your left, the larger one, worth about $2,000. The 14 inches one worth about $800. Yeah. They're both Sony. They're
Did
really
you just
good.
get that?
Old.
I don't remember that.
No, they've been in the show the past couple of weeks.
No,
man.
I mean, did you just get that recently? Is that your most recent video game purchase?
No,
Oh.
no. That was not video game purchase. I guess my most recent CRT is the bigger one.
Okay.
Pretty proud of that one. That's a 1920
Pretty
inch.
proud.
But the recent video game purchase is my Mr. FPGA that I'm pretty proud of.
FPGA.
Yeah, I think it's called Field Programmable Fudge. If a gamer's watching this, they're gonna like, you suck. I can't believe what it means. But basically, it's another version of emulation where it takes ROMs or games that you own and it actually uses or mimics real hardware and allows you to play them like Nintendo,
Mhm.
Super Nintendo,
Mhm.
Sega Genesis, arcade. And it's a small little handy device, and it's pretty popular in the gaming community. So I was happy to get one of those finally.
All right, last question. We'll move on. Where'd you get those TVs from?
Oh, eBay, Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
hmm Sometimes you find them on the side of the road if you're lucky. But these days, people know how much they cost.
Okay.
They try to sell them for like $2,000-$3,000. There's one I want on eBay that's like $2,800, but it's like one of the ultimate PVMs. It's like a 25-inch. Picture is perfect, man.
Let me tell you, there's a glorious saying out there. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yes, it is.
That is for sure. For sure.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But
Yep.
anyway, Sunday. How was your night last night? Did you do anything?
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff last night, but took the wifey out for lunch and we hung out.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, it was real dope.
Watched the fights
Real.
last night. UFC fights.
Yeah, we fought too. Today
Today is 4/13, ain't it? You know what
Huh?
4/13 is?
What's that?
Black Mamba Day. Or I think it's just Mamba Day. Kobe Bryant. 4/13, Mamba Day.
Why is it Mamba Day?
I think it's the day he died. I think so. Let me look that up before I look like it. Hold up, $2,000. I'm tripping. Time for Storage Wars. Yeah, that's for sure. Let me see.
Shout out to Kobe, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out to my man Kobe. Hey, you know, on another note, I see a lot of posts about I think his name is Kyle Lacey. You know who he is?
Mm-mm.
He's a wide receiver for the LSU. Supposed to come out of the draft. He passed away. 24 years old.
I'm sorry. Let me go back to that, but let me clarify. Mamba Day is to commemorate
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant's final NBA game. That's what it is.
Mm.
Anyway. All right. Now, what were you saying? Who died?
Kyle Lacey.
He was supposed to go to the NFL or NBA?
Yeah, he's a wide receiver for the for LSU. Who put that comment up there?
No, that was me. I messed that up.
Okay. Yeah, it was Kyle Lacey. He's a wide receiver for LSU. I guess if you're not an LSU fan, you may not know him. But I guess he's well known. I'm butchering his name because I typed in the name and it didn't come up. My apologies for folks who are LSU fans. Okay, Kyron Lacey. I'm
Kyron,
sorry, my
yeah.
apologies. Kyron Lacey, as reported by USA Today, passed away Saturday night in Houston at the age of 24.
Dang,
Oh,
how'd he
okay. So
die?
apparently he was in some legal trouble before or something like that. They didn't say how he passed, but
Oh.
that's disappointing, man. Rest in peace to that young man. Didn't even get a chance to go play in the NFL, man. Anyway.
Interesting. Hey,
Yeah.
just for y'all know, I know we only have a few viewers on here. As we get more, I'll announce it again, or Philly remind me. Y'all can watch us on YouTube. A lot of people say they like to watch it on YouTube because they can watch it in the background or have it playing in the background. We are live on YouTube as well, so you can watch it on there also, and then you can comment on there and we can see your comments. So just like Facebook, I know a lot of people do Facebook, but if you want to, go on YouTube. If you have YouTube Premium, you can have it playing in the background, throw a comment up there, clean your house, whatever you want to do. Yeah, committed suicide. Read the story. Sad. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
He committed suicide.
That's what he said.
Kyron Lacey?
Yeah. That's
I
what
missed that.
Charles Day said.
Oh, that's what Charles Davis said.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro. Dang, that's disappointing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the story.
man.
I can't find it, but yeah. Oops, excuse me.
But I'm going to. There's a story I want you to pop up on the screen. I think it'll be a great topic to talk about. Kind of weird topic on a Sunday, but everything's not always rosy. But let's see, what's the best way of doing this? If
You
you
want to text to
go
me
to
or something?
YouTube, yeah, I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Just type it in the way I put it in there because I want to refill it. I mean, it's not nothing that you guys wouldn't know, but I think it'd be interesting to talk about. But while I'm texting this to Pete, so for all you gun owners out there, I just had an interesting conversation with my bride a few minutes ago, and we've had the same conversation on the show about gun ownership. And what we talked about is it, and
Yeah.
well, how important is it to have more stricter gun laws in America? And how many people feel the need that they have to own a weapon? Is it for personal defense? Is it because it's your right as an American to own a gun? And do you feel a certain way of all of the criticism gun ownership has come behind it? Because you have one side of the fence that says gun ownership should be more stricter because there are some crazy people out there. We have some other folks that believe gun ownership, the only issue with it is people don't know how to use a gun. Punish them, not punish the responsible people.
All right, which one?
Well,
we
here's
talking
the
about?
story. What's that?
I have pulled up. I just don't know which one you want me to go to.
The one in Georgia. It's the one in Georgia, Walmart.
I see Atlanta News First. You said Walmart.
Yeah, Atlanta.
I mean,
Yeah, Atlanta. It
as
was
far
in
as the
Atlanta.
YouTube video, there's like 40 of them, but
Can you pull up an image from Google?
yes.
Just type it in Google.
Okay.
And I think the first one you could come up. So in Atlanta, there was a tragic shooting at Walmart and outside of Walmart from an employee. So as Pete pulls up the story goes as this: there was a young man and a group of folks, young folks that worked in Walmart in the night shift. So this young man, for whatever reason, it has not been revealed the motive yet, gets in an argument of some sort, leaves the store, goes out to his car, grabs his weapon, goes back inside Walmart, shoots one man that he had to dispute with, shoots another worker. Then he drives to the other side of town to this girl's house, kicks in her door with her mom and her baby in the room, chases the girl through the house and shoots her 7 times. And then he gets in his own car and he drives to South Carolina to evade the police. The police find him. He tries to shoot himself, I assume to try to kill himself. Failed miserably at that, and now is in a hospital, waiting to be treated and then eventually charged. So some of you may say, well, this happens all the time. Well, you think about it. Back in the day, in the 80s, 70s, when people get in disputes like that, what's the worst that could happen to you? You get beat up, maybe get rushed by a bunch of people, baseball bat, pipe to the head or whatever, right? But these days, man, like when you have a dispute with someone, there's no break. Wendy mentioned this earlier, and I thought it was marvelous. There's no break. If I get in a dispute with Pete at work, not only are we going to war at work, we're going to war on social media. I might come by his house. There's no escaping. And the days, as you see, Pete pulled it up here, rest in peace to the victims. Folks with these guns, they just, for some reason, don't get the idea that when you pull out a gun, there is a high chance that you're going to kill somebody or seriously injure somebody. Is there anybody out there that think that if you shoot somebody, you ain't gonna really hurt them?
No, I don't think nobody thinks that.
I'll pause there for thoughts.
No, I don't think anybody thinks that if you shoot somebody that they're not gonna die or get killed. You know, we talked about this on the show about why people own guns. You know, some people say it's for protection. You know, some people makes them feel a little bit more tough. I don't know. Protected. Yeah. Maybe it's a better word, is protected. But this is why I say I don't own a gun, because I ain't shooting nobody. I guess
you don't feel the need that you need one to protect yourself?
No. I think, you know, as most people said, if they're God-fearing men, then when it's your time, it's your time. So I think, you know, when we talk about this, and I'll probably get slandered for this, when you talk about people saying that they're God-fearing, or of course nobody wants to die, but when it's your time, it's your time. Nothing you can do about it. And, you know, if you try, and then maybe at the other turn, maybe you're supposed to kill somebody and go to jail or whatever else happens to you. Maybe that's part of your plan in life. But I just know I'm not going to shoot nobody. I guess that's where I draw the line. I ain't shooting nobody. That's why I don't want to carry a gun. Like, I don't think I can live with the aftermath of shooting somebody.
I think that's a legit point.
Unless it's my job, of course.
I guess because if you use the argument, why would you carry a gun with no bullets in it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, some people just do it for protection, but if you pull out your gun and then somebody else got a gun and they shoot you, and you ain't got no bullets, there's a possibility that could happen, though. I mean, it's crazy. But I guess my point is this guy, you got to think there's a high chance there is some type of a relationship dispute going on. Okay. I mean, like, you're in a store with some workers in the middle of the night and you just shoot somebody. So here's the thing. It's one thing he shot one person, then another, because he figures he didn't want him to call the police or something, right? Or maybe there was a dispute between them. But he gets in the car and drives to this girl's house, who's 22, I believe, and then shoots her, not her mother, not her children, or her child.
Yeah, boy, just what they say, the young boys say now, crashed out.
I guess.
Just lost his goddamn mind. I mean, trying to make sense of it, you're never going to make sense of it. I guess he tried to commit suicide, but didn't succeed.
Correct.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I just always wonder, like, what is your mental state of mind when you shoot somebody? Like, what happens next? Thank you, Spalding. Spalding's a cop, so he has a different perspective, maybe. Let me ask this. Active shooter at the theater. You're concealed. Would you rather eliminate the threat and save lives knowing you may take a life, or try to escape with your family and make sure they're safe? First of all, let me give you a shout out. Very controversial topic, very controversial question, but I really appreciate it. Philly, do you want to tackle this one first?
I didn't see the question across the screen. That's
Oh,
something
I'm sorry.
Elijah asked.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I think he said, would you shoot somebody in the theater to save a bunch of people, or would you try to escape with your family?
Right. If you're concealed carry.
Family first. I'm trying to get out with my family.
No,
Now,
no,
if
no.
the
It's
dude
not.
is prov-
I think it's okay. I see what you're saying. I'll let you answer. Go ahead.
if I'm carrying concealed and
Right.
somebody starts shooting in the theater, my first instinct is to protect my family first. If while I'm trying to protect my family, I'm trying to get out and this dude is preventing me, then I'm shooting him.
Okay.
But I'm not thinking I'm concealed carry. I need to save these people. I'm thinking of family first. Now, if I'm there by myself, then yeah, I mean, if I have opportunity, especially if he's preventing me from staying alive, I'm gonna kill him too. So I think they all kind of they're all wrapped into one. It's just a matter of which one is the priority.
Spalding, what do you think? I'm interested to hear what you think.
I think I would guess Elijah would go shoot the guy. I bet he would go shoot the guy.
All right, let me see what Charles Davis says, and then I'll give my opinion. DC, can you read this? It's pretty big.
It's
Deep
kinda cut
topic.
off.
So prior to the military, I admit I had a gun growing up in DC. No pun to Philly, DC. It was more for protection versus anything because of where I lived. I never used to think about the aftermath of if I shot someone until I got older. The difference now is that I am educated to de-escalate first, using my weapon as a last resort.
That's well put.
Man, it's so
That's well
difficult
put.
because you're right, Spalding. Like, if I really sit here and think about it, if somebody has a gun in the theater, I want a gun too. But as I shoot, I'm never going to shoot nobody. But in that situation, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm trained. Maybe that's my duty to do that. Maybe I should do it. But then it's like the aftermath. Freddie Kincaid in the building. So I don't know, man, Spalding, that's a tough one. But that's why I said I don't want to have a gun, because then the decision's easy. I ain't got no gun anyway, so I'm just going to make it out with my family. But if I have a gun, now I'm up in a situation where it's like, why do I have this thing? And if I don't do nothing, am I a coward?
No, I don't think so. Not
Okay.
at all. Not at all. That's one thing. If you pushing somebody into them so you can escape, then you're a coward. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a weapon, there's nothing that says you're mandated to get involved. And then not only that, what if you get involved and you accidentally shoot somebody else?
That's another crazy part.
That's the other issue.
I believe everyone can legally carry and own a gun. Oh, and own gun should. Wow. So you just feel like we should be like the Wild Wild West out here. Like freaking
This is an
Tombstone.
interesting topic, man, because I see Charles' point. I think if you are legally and mentally capable of carrying a firearm and understanding the legal consequences of discharging your firearm, you should be able to carry it.
Okay.
But the issue is there are too many people that carry firearms today that should not be carrying them.
All right.
I don't know. It's because of the background checks or how easy it is to get them. I personally think if you own a gun illegally, you should get some extensive jail time.
What's extensive?
Extensive.
20 years?
I'm talking
30
almost
years, 50 years?
thinking like 50 years.
Dang.
There is no, I put it like this. If you are carrying a gun and you are not you do not have a legal right to carry it. For whatever reason, you should have the book thrown at you. There's no reason. There's a process for you to own a weapon in all 50 states. It is 50 states, so it's 51. 50 states.
50.
Right? 50 states. All right, I don't know why I thought 51, but anyway, I digress. All 50 states, you should know what it takes legally to carry a weapon or to have a weapon legally.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me
It's just like driving. You have to have a driver's license.
True.
Mandatory. Elijah says, I've been in a situation where there was a potential active shooter in the theater and I wasn't concealed. Thankfully, no one was hurt. We were able to alert the authorities before something happened.
I remember that.
So, Elijah, are you saying, hold on, Charles
No,
Davis?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Get your thought. Get your thought.
I can't see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
get your thought. I'll put it back.
Elijah, are you saying if you were concealed carry, you would have tried to kill the perpetrator, or would you try to escape with your family? I just want to make sure I understand.
The Wild Wild West, it was not violent at a rate there is now. I'm not saying it's not a myth. I'm not saying that it was more violent. I never said that. All I'm saying is the Wild Wild West, everybody had a gun. It's like deployed. Everybody got a dang gun. Like nobody doesn't have a gun. So you're right. And then on a deployment, it seems like it was less issues as far as active shooters, stuff like that. But then again, you're dealing with the world and the population. It's a lot different. We're not just dealing with the microcosm of people on a base. So that's why I'm saying the Wild Wild West. And yeah, it was probably a lot less violent because everybody knew you had a gun. So unless you were willing to pull the trigger, unless you were willing to pull the trigger, and then you had to face somebody else that had a gun. So it wasn't like a surprise. It wasn't like now where you don't know who's carrying what. But like I'm in Arizona, super open carry around here. You could pretty much carry wherever the hell you want. Walk to the mall, walk to the outlets, in grocery stores, and people have it right on their hip, wide open, outside the shirt, like another figment of their belt or whatever. He said, unless shots are fired, I'm not pulling my firearm. Let's see. Charles Davis, interesting fact. In Maryland, you cannot get a concealed carry license unless you have been a victim of a crime involving a weapon. But you must get proper training, and I would argue you need to take anger management classes across all states. Spalding said, I'm a LEOSA holder. I follow all our guidelines when it comes to deadly force. Yeah, I guess I'm just different. I'm not doing it.
You know, fun fact, Pete, you've owned a weapon, your own privately owned weapon, right?
Right.
You still own one?
No, I sold it.
So, fun fact, I've never owned a privately owned weapon.
Right.
Never. The only weapons I've ever fired was being in the military. And I've thought about it. I've talked to Pete a couple of times about it. And every time I get close to buying one, I just don't do it. That just tells me I don't need one.
Right.
I put it like this, not need one, but it's not that important. If I really, and when I got to Arizona, I thought, man, everybody got weapons. I need to carry a weapon to protect myself. Never got one. Here in Texas, same way, like open carry state. It's like never really executed going to get a gun. So I guess my concern is there are folks out there that feel 3-4 inches taller, a lot more muscular,
Yeah.
when they're carrying a gun on their hip.
Right.
And they feel like, and even more so, there are some people out there who want to play Captain America and try to jump in and enforce laws as if they're a police officer or a peace officer because they got a gun on their hip. And then you got these young kids out there who's watching these videos on TV or whatever, and they just think, I'll just carry a gun. a blicky or whatever.
A
Blicky,
what?
Gat, whatever. A blicky. That's the term they use in the East Coast for a weapon. A blicky.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And so they're quick to pull a pistol.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people wave gun. Hey, I hope my mom not listening. I've seen my mom wave her pistol at somebody in traffic.
That's
Like, it's
crazy.
like people use weapons in the most ridiculous times. And it's dangerous because you just don't know if somebody else is carrying a weapon too. I do think weapons should be used in the defense of your home. I do agree with that. You should, I have no problem and no issue with somebody having a weapon in their house. If somebody's breaking in your house or threatening your family, you should be able to defend yourself. I agree with that 100%. But really, going outside carrying a gun on your hip in plain view, I'll say this and I'll be quiet because I'm rambling.
No, you're good.
I used to think that when you're carrying a gun, you'll have less crime. In the open carry state is less crime. This crime here in San Antonio is freaking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff that they have here.
Yeah.
In Philadelphia, you couldn't carry a weapon open carry, and they
Yeah.
had a lot of crime.
Y'all crazy.
But
in
here,
Philly.
it's ridiculous.
And
So,
you know what? Sometimes they'll say because there's not open carry, that makes crime happen more. Because now only people having guns are criminals. Because nobody else who's law-abiding citizens can carry guns. So that makes crime happen more. Whereas if you have open carries, then they say crime happens less.
So I guess I was going to ask you a question, but I think I understand what you're saying now. Because my argument would be, in a state like Texas, where you can open carry and you don't need a license, you still have people getting their cars stolen in front of their house, people getting beat up and shot at different places in the city. Like, it would seem to me, if somebody bumps into me or if somebody cuts me off in traffic, I'm thinking, I want to go at that person, but I'm thinking, what if this dude got a weapon?
Right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
So I'm a little more hesitant.
Right.
But if everybody thought like me, you would assume crime would be less, right?
Yeah, but that's like
Doesn't
Charles
seem that
Davis'
way.
point. It becomes a level of maturity when we're both young, teenage years, 20s, even probably 30s. You kind of think you're invincible. You're the biggest, baddest person. Nothing's going to happen to you, blah, blah, blah. You straight. When you get a little bit older, maybe 30s, 40s, depending on the maturity, you'd be like, it's not worth it. Too old to fight. It's, you know what I'm saying? This person could have a gun. You start thinking a lot more logical when you're younger. You just see red. Nick Jackson in the building. Man, when you put Chief on?
May.
Oh, next month. That's a dope picture, too. That's a real
Gotta
dope
get out
picture.
there. That's an AI picture, but it looks good though.
How you know it's AI?
That's the new rave.
Oh, is it?
AI pictures. Yeah.
Oh,
Especially the one where you had these collectible figures like LeBron.
I saw that. Yeah. Everybody's making themselves into a Barbie now, it seems like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm, that's the
Man.
new craze.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Can I
I'm
go
sorry, I'll
to
let
some fun facts?
You got something? Go ahead. Go ahead. Handle your business.
All right, let me put this up here. I'll put this up here. Pretty cool from our Instagram story. You could also follow these guys. Pretty cool follow wealth on Instagram. But here are things that happen every 60 seconds. Let me make sure you can see this to kind of help you out. All right, there you go. Things that happen every 60 seconds. Wait till you see the first one. Jeff Bezos makes $23,833 every 60 seconds. Every 60 freaking seconds. Thoughts?
I'm not impressed. I don't care.
Dang.
It doesn't impress me at all, to be honest. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Let me just do for context, right? We've been on here for 44 minutes. 44 times 2,3,833 equals $1,048,000 he made since we've been on this show. I know it doesn't impress you. It impresses the hell out of me.
No, I guess I'm not a big money guy, so it doesn't impress me at
Yeah.
all. And if anything, it disgusts me.
See,
Just
look at
the-
Nick
The
Jack.
distance,
Oh,
the
you can't
distance between wealth.
Yeah,
it
I don't-
disgusts me.
Nick Jack says he don't carry guns. He don't even like shooting them. 100%. All right, let's go to the next thing. 6,000 lightning strikes hit the earth every 60 seconds. I don't know where, but they happen. Bees produce 3, whatever that is, tons of honey. Metric tons, I guess, of honey. I wish chickens would lay eggs at that point. We wouldn't be in an egg shortage, or price wouldn't be price for eggs. 2,400,000 Google searches are made every 60 seconds.
Now that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I finally found one. Yeah. 2,400,000. I wonder how many chat GTP searches are being done every 60 seconds now.
I can imagine.
1 ton of trash is thrown away in the United States every 60 seconds.
Wow.
260 babies are born.
Dang, that's a lot of stroking. That's a lot of stroking right there, bro. Man. Shoot. Hey. That's
Oh,
why Clarence
man.
made that song.
I remember one time I made love.
Oh, that's the
That's
joy
a lot of
right there. Hey, what's going on? I
Shoot.
put that over there, bitch. All right. 11,319 packages are delivered by the UPS.
Doodoo Brown in the flesh.
And then 70,000 or 70 flights take off worldwide. That's not really interesting.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't crash. And then humans' heartbeats over 4 billion times in a lifetime.
Mm-mm.
Want to give you those tidbits, nuggets, so forth. There you go. Philly, next topic, off to you.
All right. Okay. So, full
Oh.
transparency, I think I mentioned it a couple other shows ago.
Oh,
Charles Davis
you
says, I wonder how many books have been read and completed every
you
60 seconds.
disrespectful.
I
How y'all come back to my reading so hard? Y'all got problems too.
Butterfly in the sky.
The numbers are high on Google because that's all whatever. Look, man, why do I share shit with y'all? How does this turn on me? Why do I share stuff with y'all? All right, go ahead.
Okay. Full transparency. I think I mentioned it a couple of shows ago. Let me remember what my TAP guy says. You're not retiring. You are a transitioning military member. Thank you. I got that out. Being a transitioning military member, there are a lot of things that I'm going through mentally.
Uh-oh.
You know, I've been doing this for 32 years. This is all I know. I was telling Wendy the other day, like, babe, what do people do at regular jobs every day?
What
And
you
she just
call-
stared at me. She's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I was like, do they like check email? What tasks do they do? I just don't know. P, I was not talking about you. Hit dogs will holler.
You
Okay,
hater.
let me cut to the chase.
Yeah.
So anyway, being a chief, command chief in the Air Force, man, you know, most people get this idea like, you'll be fine, chief. You're going to find you a job. It's going to be easy, right? But, you know, I'm a cop by trade. And so I don't want to do anything dealing with being a police officer or anything security. You know, I'm trying to be a clinical social worker. So it's a whole different career change. So SkillBridge would benefit me, I would think. But in this latest climate, one of losing civilians because of decisions being made or whatever, Nick Jack says, damn, Pete, DC making a point. You cutting him off. Thank you, Nick Jack. Appreciate it. Thank you. You get the money. All right. But anyway, I digress. So being a transitioning military member, being a chief, I think SkillBridge would benefit me. But like I said, there are some circles that believe that senior ranking folks don't need SkillBridge. Well, found out this week, the Army, leading the way, has changed their skill bridge policy.
Mm,
You know, as of now, in the Air Force, you can get up to 6 months of skill bridge.
mhm.
But in some circles, some folks have limited skill bridge based on rank, but it's not in the regulation. Will the Army change that?
Okay.
As of now, the Army has separated the 3 categories when it comes to skill bridge. E1 through E5, category 1, you can get up to 120 days. And then category 2, E6 to E7, Warrant Officer 1, CW3, 01 to 03 can get 90 days. Category 3, E8, E9, CW4, CW5, 04 and above, up to 60 days. And they separated by the approval authority. So, before I pause for thoughts, what does that really say? Is this saying like, okay, based on your rank, you don't need that many days. You're good. You have all the training experience. Plus, we need you at work.
Mm.
What is that saying? And do you think the Air Force is going to follow suit?
Okay, I think I was trying to follow you, and then I was trying to bring it up myself. So it sounded like the less that you're in, the more days of skill bridge you get.
Yeah, I think that based on your rank.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The less rank you are, the more days of skill bridge you get.
Nick Jack says I had to disagree with that. That's crazy. Nick Jack, tell me why you disagree. I'm curious. Not saying I agree.
Yeah, I'm lost. Like, so if you're 04 or above, I think I followed it right, that you only get 60 days of leave or 60 days skill bridge.
Correct.
That's kind of crazy. And I would argue to the fact of what you're saying. Maybe it's because you're needed at work. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Absolutely not. I don't think the Air Force. Oh, it'll follow suit. Definitely follow. Definitely.
Why do
There
you
are a
think
lot
they'll
of
follow suit?
commanders that feel that skill bridge is, you don't need 120 days of skill bridge. We as leaders don't have it all together. Oh, true. Please, Air Force, don't follow the Army guidelines. There were a reason we separated from the Army. Army is not a thinking force. I would say more, but that disclaimer.
Yeah, it did go up. It went up,
Yeah,
Charles.
we put the disclaimer up. Man, I don't I don't agree that if you only make it to E5, and I'm guessing these are all for retirees, not
No,
separate.
I mean, look at it. It says it doesn't designate separation or retirement. That's just
Okay.
bottom line.
We still need to secure whatever adventures we want to pursue once we have taken the uniform off. True. Do you think skill bridge was over abused?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's part of the reason why it gets a negative stigma behind it.
Hey, y'all in the comments, let us know. Like I said, y'all can watch us on YouTube if you want to watch us in the background so you don't have to keep Facebook up. If you have YouTube Prime or Premium, you can watch us, keep it in the background, throw some comments in there. We really appreciate that. A lot of comments flying in on this topic. My response does not reflect that. Yeah, we already put the disclaimer up there. Goes for you too. All right, Spalding had a lot to say. Can you read that one?
I don't think the Air Force will follow suit. We're in an organization that's structured, and for those getting out, it's a struggle. There's hardly any jobs, if any, that has the same structure we do. I think it should be the same across the board. So I will say Elijah is correct. Hold on, there's another thought. Who's that?
Mr.
Look
Gary.
at the intent of Congress. We had an inquiry where airmen were being denied and senior enlisted were being approved. Skill bridge is skill, not intended for us old folks. There's no way you don't have a skill after 20 years. Ooh, this is good. Let me roll up my sleeves for this one. Oh, man.
Gary done threw the grenade in the middle.
Okay.
Kaboom.
So, all right. So let me first address Elijah's point. So I can't speak to if there's hardly any jobs out there. I can't say that because I'm not in the job market yet. But I will say, SkillBridge is a way for folks to not only learn a new skill, not only to have a bridge point to a potential employment, but also a way to begin the process of transitioning. There's more than just looking for a job. There's interviews, there's resumes, there's cover letters, there's LinkedIn profiles, there's networking. Then there's understanding VA benefits. And I know TAP gives you that, but they give you the speed course in 3 to 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for folks who are on here who are already retired to speak up on this, but I would tell you, as a person who's gone through retirement, there's a wave of emotions you go through. And especially in my position, you had this feeling like you are abandoning your unit because you're thinking about the retirement. But in the same sense, you should be thinking about the transition, because in the end, when you leave, the Air Force moves on. They're not going to call Chief Counsel back, but like, hey, Chief Counsel, I know it's been 2 months, but we need you to come back because the unit's going down the drain. Once you're gone, that's it. Mm-hmm. Olivia says, I had a girl. What's up, Olivia? I had a girl go through SkillBridge as a senior airman, and she hated being a civilian and stayed. So now to Jerry.
Gary.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary. My apologies, Gary. Maybe, can you provide me a document that says that SkillBridge was only meant for junior members, not folks who are past 20? If you have that, then I will yield. But until I see that, I don't think the intent was for SkillBridge to be for just that population.
No.
I think there was some analytics or statistics that showed the struggle for military members to transition, and a way for industry. I'm sorry, Jerry, my bad. There's a way for industry to connect with military members to give them opportunity and, to get the employment. Damn, I'll have to get back to you on Monday. Okay.
So wait, let me jump in.
Okay.
I get what Jerry, I guess it's Jerry with a G, is saying. Kind of groundbreaking, but I think the problem that we need to focus on is people abused it. And they were just basically getting 120 days off of work, coming into work, bragging to everybody how they're not doing their SkillBridge, and then coming back and then just taking off after that. Like, oh, I'm going on SkillBridge. I'm supposed to retire in January, but I'm out in July, and I'm just going to be chilling at home doing CBTs all day. So I think once that stigma got out there, that's when SkillBridge got a negative eye. And then on caveat, on top of that, that's why the SkillBridge program is changing in June, is that they want to make sure you're going into a program where they will hire you, like a legit intern program. Not something you just pick up a couple extra skills for 120 days. They want you to transition. How I think SkillBridge should be is that it's an internship trying to apply for a job. But I think people have abused it. 2 questions we'll get to. Little bit of a personal question. Does it make you nervous at all knowing for the last 30 years you've worn the uniform, but now that you're retiring and knowing what you want to do, but trying to know how to transition into it? Nick Jack says everyone should utilize SkillBridge, period.
Yeah, it makes me nervous. I mean, I know I have a wealth of talent and experience, and I'm educated. And it makes me nervous because, one, they call this, they labeled it in TAP class lifeboat jobs. So in other words, it's like a job you take that you really don't want just so you can make money to sustain your living. I don't want a lifeboat job. If I'm going to retire, I want to do exactly what I want to do. And money is not really my primary goal. is to do something that's going to make me happy. And so for what I've done for 32 years, outside maybe you can mention human resources, because let's be honest, all senior leaders, especially your senior NCOs, are like human resources. We counsel people, we talent manage, we hire people, right? So I could do human resources. But there is still a concern of, one, making that mental transition from military speak to civilian speak, and then understanding how civilians work and their culture. You'll find most people when they retire, probably one of the most difficult things is trying to relate to the civilian workforce, because they think differently. It's all about production and it's all about results. Whereas in the military, there's a piece of trying to get people motivated, motivation. Whereas it's at work, like, just get your job done. Don't worry about the guy next to the left or right of you. Matter of fact, you better worry about them or perform better than them. But the military, we don't think that way. Elijah says, do you think skill bridge should happen the same time your terminal leave starts? No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, go enjoy your terminal leave.
I think when you get skill bridge, you should be hired as long as you do a good job. I do agree with that, but it shouldn't be automatic. If you've performed well and they have some legitimate critique as to why they're not going to hire you, they should hire you.
Okay, two big part. Oh man, Heather Baldwin's on here. All right, two big part. I'll let you read both of these because these are longer.
Olivia says it's hard to disregard. It's hard to put that I'm reading this all jacked up. It's hard to put that I to a resume for working as a dental assistant. I make $17 to $20 an hour. But how now can I relate my experience to a resume? Yes, totally agree. And who is this? I can't see the name.
Heather Baldwin.
Oh, Heather. Good morning, Heather. The majority of people are not abusing skill bridge. I agree with the transition of the program for people to enter in a program company where they will actually be hired. The program should have been outlined, designed this way from the beginning. And so, Heather, I think when we talk about people abusing the system, there's a few military members and companies that have abused it, because companies have been hiring or using military members for free labor, for no guarantee that they're going to get hired, just so military members could go in there, do a bunch of work for them, and then not hire them. So I do applaud the initiative to make it pretty much mandatory that there's an opportunity for you to get a job there. But there have been stories of military members, to Pete's point, getting skill bridge remotely before they put more of a regulations and guidelines of remote, where people just sitting in the crib doing nothing and they're remote. And I don't think that's what skill bridge is supposed to be intended for. There are remote skill bridge opportunities that are really good where you can get that quality training. But the problem is it's difficult for a unit to track that, versus having them check in every day. So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You was going to say something?
First, I was just going to say I totally agree. And then with the abusing part, yes, it's the companies that were abusing us and then saying like, yeah, give me all your workers. And we're over there as military members working our ass off. And they're just like, cool. And then you get done with your skill bridge. Like, can I get hired? Like, oh, we'll see. Turn in a resume. It's like, bruh, I've been trying to help you out this whole time. Two things, Samel, I'm going to get to your point. Y'all hear the noise. The train's coming into town. Y'all go ahead and start the Star Train. Help us out on Unpopular Celebrity. Star Train has just left the building. Y'all help us out. All right. Samel said, after 30 years, I wasn't nervous. I was ready. I had saved over $300K in liquid money. I had investments. Only thing that made me cringe was the loss of being a part of something so significant and working with other people that were family. Heather
That's
agreed
smart.
with your point. Samel said SkillBridge equals free labor. So he's agreed with that. I do personally think the reason why some of us do make military career is because we're nervous for transitioning out from wearing the uniform. They're comfortable with where they're at. Well, that's not just military.
Absolutely.
A lot of people stay in jobs because of the same thing.
But I would argue military is the biggest culprit to this because, I mean, I think the longer you stay in the military, the more that you're institutionalized.
True.
It's more than just the comfort and security of a paycheck. It's just, you wake up every morning, you know what the job is. It doesn't matter which AFSC you're in. It's to protect the country, right? It's to be a warrior for the country. You know it. When you're in the civilian sector, every single corporation, business has a different vision. And you have folks who are there who don't really even care about it. And so when you work next to them people, it can be draining for some folks. And then adding in the uniform, like, you know what you're going to wear every day. This week for TAP, one thing I said to myself, and I know it sounds silly, but I was like, you know what? Soon I'm going to be retired and I'm going to be in the workforce, but I'm sure going to look good. It felt good wearing something else besides a uniform.
Hey, let me ask you, when I took my TAP,
good.
I did not feel as exhausted when I got home as I do when I'm leaving work. I'm not sure if you had the same feeling.
Oh, yeah. It felt great.
Didn't it?
One, because it was right down the street.
Oh.
Two,
okay.
It just not wearing a uniform, not having to worry about if you're wearing it correctly and people looking at you at your rank. It just felt good. You was just DC.
Right.
You didn't, and then you had all these 06s and a couple of generals in office. There was Bob and Jerry or Tom or whatever. It was great.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about EPBs, decorations, nothing.
I did.
And so I can feel when retirees say, it's going to be great. I sleep comfortably in my DD-214. But you know what's funny? That some of them folks say that they're on the Airman NCO page. Why are you lurking around that page? You know why? Because they still want to be connected. Somehow.
Right. That's what Samel said. Working with people that were family. So they still think they're family, but now they can just troll and do whatever they want. But yeah, man, I say like transitioning is not easy at all. And even Samel, I would kind of argue to your point. It's not just about money. I think we all have a good chunk of change we can live off of, especially if you did 20, 30 years. You should be straight for a couple months. But you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're now living off this money that you saved. I would think, I could be wrong. I would think that you want to keep living. And some people, excuse me, they get sick when they leave work and stop working because they're not keeping up with their health or anything like that. And sometimes we think coming to work helps out with that. Olivia has a question, and give me 1 second when it comes up. It's a pretty good question, actually. Give me 1 second. Oh, okay, here we go. Does the Air Force take too much of us? Is that why we feel exhausted?
Can you provide a little bit more context? You mean as far as do they work us too much? Or, can you give me a little bit more context, Olivia?
I think it's very demanding. I'll try to just answer your question while you're typing that in. I think it's very demanding on all sections of being in the Air Force. Like Philly alluded to, worrying about if your uniform look right. Somebody's always trying to call you out. Somebody's always trying to take your position or tell you why you're not as great as somebody else. There's a lot of negative connotation to being in the military. And then worrying about if a deployment is going to drop down, PCS is going to drop down, job changes are going to drop down, anything like that.
Well, I do think there's a lot of advantages. I mean, you get in the civilian sector, private sector, if you got a terrible boss, you're stuck unless you quit. But in the military, they might just get fired. Or you're going to PCS or deploy. So you're going to get away from it one way or the other. Olivia says, not like,
That was
no,
the first
sorry
one.
for going home after TAP and feeling great. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think the Air Force takes too much of you, but it was, I'll be honest, that week that I was in TAP, it felt, like Philly said, it felt great. I went home, I had so much energy. I felt like I had so much more time. And I'm not going to say energy like, oh my God, I was doing backflips. I just did not feel as tired. When I go home, I be feeling tired. Samel said, Liv, the answer depends on the individual and the work ethic.
Come on, Olivia.
Yeah. But
So I am curious, Samel, I know you travel a lot with your family, kind of reconnecting with them. How long have you been retired? And do you have plans of going into the workforce? Or are you going to just kind of chill based off your retirement you got, disability and savings and investments and stuff? Just curious.
like, I admire the people, you know, we know two people who are married. I'm not going to put their names out there, but they said they're not going back to work and haven't been back to work for 5 years after they retired. And I'm like, dang, like, cool. I just don't think I could do it, but they are living life the way they should. So I think that's very admirable. And if Samel's in the same predicament, and not predicament is a bad thing, but the same situation, I think that's very admirable to be able to sit there, not worry about money, not worry about work, and you just doing whatever you want to do because you put in 20 plus years of yourself to an institution who is paying you out for it. And then also you did your job while you were in to save yourself up, save money up to go ahead and retire smartly.
Something else is 2 years retired for Air Force, never working again. So let me unpack that. So Mel, when you said never working again, is it because you're just done with working and you want to spend more time with your family and with yourself? Or it's because there is nothing in the private sector that entices you to go back and either work for a new boss or be a boss? Or is it a combination of both? And to your point about the two folks you were talking about, I think it's possible for anything. I think for everyone, I think folks need to figure out how much money they need to make that gives them the life they want. For the two people you're mentioning, they were never like frivolous spenders. They like to travel, and it's just the two of them. So I think it's possible. Samel says I make more retired than when I was active duty. Flex.
Yeah,
Flex.
that is a weird flex. But no, I'm in the same boat.
I just feel like I want to do something that I always wanted to do. And my mom gets on me all the time because she aspires to do the same thing. She says, oh, well, you can do this and then you can make six figures. And I'm like, Mom, it's not about that. I'm not thinking about money. I just want to help people. And if that may look like me doing like it at home, I might do telehealth where I'm talking to people. I mean, people get counseled virtually. And who knows? I may only do it for 3, 4, 5 years. Who knows? And then stop. But I can't see myself in retirement and doing nothing. And it's nothing against the folks who are. It's just I want to be able to still help people in some way. It's another career I always wanted to do.
Yeah. You know, I'm always about just...
It must be nice not to do nothing, though. That's great. I mean, I think you earned it. For all you folks who can do that,
right?
You want to do it, y'all earned it.
I think, you know what's interesting? Like, I think financially I could do it. Just don't want to right now.
Yeah.
I want the option to be like, I'm done working and not worry about it. I see so many people, we outprocess everyone, right? And so many people have no plan. I get scared for them. The benefits is you get to pick, and job hopping isn't negative now. Yeah. Hopping is negative. That's true. Job hopping is not negative. It doesn't seem like it's negative. So that lifeboat job you were talking about, it's okay. I think it's admirable if you find a job and stay in it for the next 10 years, 15 years? And that's the question I got for you. Say you transition, you don't have to put your age out there, but everybody could do simple math. You're in your upper 40s somewhere. How long do you plan on working?
I'm thinking as long as I'm having fun and I'm feeling a sense of purpose.
True.
I mean, just when I came in the military back in the day, it was for the sole purpose of earning enough money to be a psychologist. That's what I wanted to do. And it just, life happens. You get married, you have kids. I finished my undergrad in psychology and criminal justice in 11. But then that was right at the time where I was picking up, getting really good at the Air Force, getting promoted, and I was overseas and I wasn't thinking about school. And this is something I've always wanted to do, always. And the plan is still, when you get out, you're going to be a counselor of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as long as I'm having fun and I feel a sense of purpose, I'll keep working.
Yeah, I'm like, shoot, 30 more years, probably 25, 30 more years.
Yeah, I don't know about if it would be at home, you know, on my own time.
But this is work. Like doing the podcast is work, so that could be a job.
This is a good example.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like we get paid money to do this, but it's something I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So like when we come to y'all every week, 2-3 times a week, let it be known, Pete mentioned earlier, we're not getting paid for this. And it does cost money to do this, but we enjoy doing it. And that's how I would like to take or look at my retirement. I want to do something that I would do for free, but I would like to get paid to do it.
Right.
But I would do it for free because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. A little supplemental. That's why the Star Train is still moving. Right now we have no passengers. But the Star Train is moving. It just me on the train. That's all we got. But
hey, tell them how the Star Train work. How much they got to put in the
so Star Train minimum is 99 stars, and you think that's a lot?
99 stars.
It's $1.
Oh yeah, that provides some useful context to folks. You can provide 500 stars, and that's only $5.
Yes,
right.
And the more stars you get, the more perks you get. So we'll be able to see your comments. Facebook will automatically put your comments up. And that's just on Facebook, right? There's other avenues. If you're watching on YouTube, you can do, I forgot what they call it, but YouTube stuff. We can get you a code that you can use and just give the money straight to us. Goes straight to the PayPal, the business PayPal account or the business bank account that you can throw money in there if you want to help. And it just helps out, like I said, with the show. A lot of stuff, internet bills and stuff like that. Stuff is not free at all. And then time, right? Nobody can replace time with money, but it's always good if you can.
Well said.
Oh, thank you.
I'd like to bring up this quick topic, unless you was planning on closing. What time? How much time we got?
We got another like 30 minutes. So.
All right, good. So I don't know if you knew. You probably knew this because I'm ignorant to this type of stuff. I was talking to the wife earlier today. I had no idea Jeff Bezos had the ability to send people into outer space. No idea. I was tracking Elon Musk with SpaceX, right?
Keep talking.
Okay, you were frozen. Elon Musk owns or does stuff with SpaceX, correct?
Elon Musk, yes.
Yes. I had no idea Jeff Bezos, he is like the CEO of Amazon, correct?
Correct. Oh, kinda, but yeah.
But he's like one of the richest men in the world.
Correct.
But he has like a space shuttle or some stuff to send people out of space?
Yeah, he was been talking about that for years.
I had no idea. But anyway, the wife was like, yeah, so the reason why I brought this up is I had no idea Gayle King and Katy Perry are going into outer space.
Yep.
An all-women crew.
Yep, I heard about that.
I had
with
no
Amazon.
idea.
Yeah.
I want to ask, how did Gayle King get picked?
I don't even know who Gayle King is.
Man, Gayle King, she's like the sister of Oprah Winfrey, not by birth, but they're like real close. Oprah and Gail, you know what I'm saying? They're like the female tag team. And Gail King is like on Good Morning America. She's like a popular like broadcaster on Good Morning America. And you know who Katy Perry is.
Right.
So, you know, I kissed a girl, whatever, that song. But they're going into outer space. Why not Glorilla or Cardi B?
I don't think they're. I
Or
mean, they got to
Michelle
pay for it.
Obama.
They got to pay for it.
Huh?
They got to pay
They
for it.
paying for it?
Yeah, it ain't free.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Hold on, let me see Samel's point real quick. We had 2 points, and then Samel's getting on that SpaceX. So I'm gonna jump out back to the topic we're talking about, and we'll jump right back into this. Pete, to your point, we have all amassed wealth. When is enough money enough? When is enough giving to everyone else enough? Ooh, when is enough giving to everyone else and us? Any
Ambitions. You're frozen. I don't
So-
know if y'all okay, he was frozen for a minute.
Did you not hear what I said?
No.
Where did it leave at? Leave off.
And he was like the
Any ambition to travel the world, live out your dreams. If you see me traveling, know I'm living my dream. Well
that's
said.
what's up, man.
100%.
That's what's up.
Interesting you said.
Wow, man.
Interesting you said.
up?
When is enough giving to everyone else enough? I want to unpack that a little bit. We can do that in another show. 150K sounds really good. However, 80K is even better with no stress. I have been in 22 plus. I'm not trying to exert the same energy I do now at being a maintainer. Very good. Yep. Hey,
That's what's up, man.
work
I'll
for
give you that
yourself,
one.
make yourself a lot more happier. All right, we'll go back to this, what you were talking about, because that's what we're talking about. Elon owns SpaceX. Bezos owns Blue Origin. They both are in space industries and do personal space travel. Laugh my ass off me. Either pop culture is wild. Who took William, whoever that is?
Shatner.
Yep.
He's a Star Trek guy.
Oh.
Captain Kirk.
Okay. I think it was Jeff Bezos. They have to pay for it.
They
Yeah,
have to, bro. That's wild. Somebody tell me how much it costs. How much did they pay?
500 million? 500?
No.
I think it was something like that.
They're not paying $500 million to get on the space shuttle.
I think it was something like that. How much?
Because if it is, I might just jump out this window. This is depressing. I know I say I don't care about money, but this is depressing. You know what I mean? I think paying.
Oh, it just says
You know,
hundred thousands to $10 to $1 million. So it says the Virgin Galactic
The ride on the
Industry
space
charges
shuttle.
$250,000, and Blue Origin auctions off a seat for $28 million. I'm sorry,
Oh
$50
my
million.
freaking God. This is worse than the submarine.
Typically costing $50 million to $55 million per person.
Can I ask a question? Is it wrong for me
Yeah, 2.8 million.
to say, why can't they use that money to help somebody?
Why would they do that?
There probably are, but I mean, doesn't it sound kind of ridiculous?
So here's my thing, and let me drop some knowledge on yourself and the chat real quick. Charles said if they are going to Mars, they should do us all a favor and get them a seat for Elon and run for Donald Trump, making Mars great. Disclaimer, please. We got your disclaimer up there. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. None of these billionaires help people unless it's a tax write-off. That's it. Now, both things can be true. They're doing both, but they're not just going to do it just to do it. They are going to do it for a tax write-off. Not worse than the submarine. But yeah, so when you say, why don't they take this money to help people? They will as a tax write-off. But they're not going to take, like, if it's $50 million to get into space, it probably realistically costs 20, maybe 15. They're going to take the rest, put it in the company. Then they might take some and buy another jet. That's tax write-off.
Dang, I just think that's terrible. I mean, I get it. Olivia
That
says
doesn't
they
get
didn't get to where they are by being kind.
That's true.
What?
That's true.
Maybe I'm just naive. I guess I'm gullible and naive. I just feel like, golly, man, you got people, man, I don't know. I don't know all of Shaq business or Keanu Reeves, but from what I've read about them, there are two examples that seem like they really strive to do things for people out of the blue. Maybe they can't limit on their taxes. I don't know, but it seems like they do a little bit more. I didn't see that comment from Charles.
Oh, he said Gail King got a bag like that. Dang, why not holler at Gail? No, you're not. You're kind and big-hearted.
Thank you, Olivia. Heart, yeah. I just,
That's where people are.
I love, I had a conversation. I won't mention it, but they looked at me. They said I was crazy for not thinking like, and I get it. Money's important. Money brings you a lot of things, right? But I do think there's something to be said about folks who tries to help people. You can't help everybody, at least if you help somebody. And it just seems crazy to me. You're paying $2.8 million to go into outer space. Here's my thing. Here's a novel idea. Why not pay $2.8 million to send somebody else to outer space?
Why would they do that?
Why wouldn't they do that?
Because why would I pay for somebody to do something when somebody's going to pay me to do the same thing?
What you mean somebody's going to pay you to do the same thing?
So you said, why not like SpaceX pay 2.8?
No.
Oh.
If I'm Gail King,
okay.
Instead of paying them $2.8 million for myself to fly into outer space, or for Gail King to fly into space, pay for somebody else who cannot afford to pay for that.
That's
now,
like
the argument would come, DC, if that's the case, why wouldn't they just ask for the money? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if Gail King says, look, I want to send a deserving person in outer space, I'm willing to front the money to send them. Send me your stories or whatever. And just send some random person, deserving person, an opportunity. If not going to outer space, like, hey, look, I'm going to give this random person a free college tuition for 2 years. I know Shaq does that from time to time.
They do that.
So does Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, a lot
Keanu
of people do
Reeves.
that.
Why not do that?
I mean, like LeBron did that.
I'm just naive.
He paid like a whole.
Forget LeBron, man.
Okay.
Man,
All right.
LeBron, man.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm listening.
They said they use the money to feed kids or stop civil wars or anything. Okay.
Yeah, to hold ozone, something.
Look, let's get on spaceship and end up like new Titanic. Yeah, for sure. So look, let me break this down. I don't know how to make this clear. I know what you're saying. Feed the poor.
Yeah.
With that. Okay, cool. Yes. See, stop hate. Okay. Yes. Oh, I'm trying not to be an asshole, but I don't know how else to say it. Can you hear me? I'll mess my mic up. If I got 2.8, if I got $1 billion, could I take 2.8 million of that, 2%, and feed the homeless or, take somebody to space? And would it hurt me? Probably not. That same thing they could say about LeBron James could do that. He has well over billions. Why don't he take $1 million and just surprise somebody? Here you go, $1 million. It's because there's no benefit for that. I can't write that off. It's a gift, and I have to pay taxes on that gift. So if I gift that to somebody, I have to pay taxes. Not only do I have to gift that 2.8 on you, but I have to pay taxes on that 2.8. I'm not trying to pay taxes twice. Does that make sense? Or it's just that's how the rich stay rich. And that's how most middle class stay middle class. That's like saying you just bought a house. How come you didn't just buy that house for somebody else and let somebody else move in there? It's the same concept.
Well, it's easy for me to disagree because I don't have that money. But if I was in a position and I had that money,
Thank you, Charles.
if I was in a position to have the ability to help somebody, like I said, shout out to Shaq and Keanu Reeves. Hey, I'm gonna do it. I can give a damn about the tax write-off. I mean, if I'm making that much money, $500,000 is not that big a deal to me. What? I'm pay taxes on what? Another $500,000? I get it. Don't get me wrong. You ain't gotta shake your head like this. I got it. Maybe I'm naive. I still think, based on what you just mentioned, that's how the rich get richer. If they're making that kind of money anyway, they're gonna make that money back anyway, somehow, some way.
Correct.
They can't help somebody every single day.
Correct.
But if you help somebody once a month,
They
once
do.
a year, or
They do.
something, and they do. And you know what? F a tax write-off. Don't do it because you're doing it as a tax write-off. Just do it.
Well, two things
'Cause I mean,
can be
just-
true.
I just feel like there's a responsibility. If you are blessed with the responsibility to have so much wealth, you have a responsibility to try to do something with that wealth, in my humble opinion, to help somebody else.
Okay, let me run this back. Let me run this on you, and I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. You make good amount of money, more than any airman on that base that you're with, figuratively speaking, for the most part. How come you don't take an airman to lunch every day?
I may not take an airman to lunch every day, but when we have, say, a ceremony where the Projo is trying to organize something where the airman would pay a ticket, we, and among other chiefs, pay extra so airmen don't have to pay. That's an example. That's a hell of a difference at my pay level when the ticket is normally $50, but now we're paying $90 so the airmen don't have to pay.
Do you think that's a crazy?
There's a big difference when we have a going away, and instead of for the airmen to pay to go to the going away, the chiefs provide the money. We pay for the food or the barbecue. So my bankroll is not as long as them. You do how much you can do to protect yourself and your family, but there are ways to help. Charles Davis says, I'm Pete conscious. I'm an asshole and I can do what I want with my money. I agree. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm naive. Everybody's different. You know what the great thing about life is? You can't take that shit with you. That's the great thing. Sooner or later, rich or poor, we're all going to meet the good Lord in the sky, and you can't take that shit with you. Which adds more to my rationale as you do what you can with what you have. Even if it's something simple as paying somebody's movie ticket.
I agree
or
with
paying
that.
somebody's soda at the store.
And they do
You
that.
ain't gonna write that shit off, are you?
No.
No.
Dang. They do that, and most of it's not not
I
public.
just find it draining. The sheer, what's the right word? The emphasis on money, and for folks to, it's all over social media. You got people killing themselves to become famous,
Right.
to make a lot of money.
Right.
Some people are on social media selling their bodies, OnlyFans, all this kind of craziness. I don't understand it. Maybe I'm just naive. I am naive. It just doesn't interest me. All I care about is give me a home. I can pay my bills. I can leave. I can buy stuff when I want it within reason. I don't need to have a Lamborghini or a friggin' $1 million mansion. I don't need that.
Yeah,
I don't need it.
I agree with you. Like sometimes I'll go through the store. Like, give you a perfect example. I was in Walmart, and you know how they have the McDonald's outside or inside Walmart that you can kind of get. Yeah. So I was waiting in line. There was like a group of kids in front of me, and this girl was ordering, and she didn't have enough money, or her card wasn't declining to go through. So I let them sit back down. Went back up. Somebody's in front of me waiting for them to order, which took forever. Went up to the register. I said, hey, did they get their order? And they're like, no, their card's declined. I said, I'll get it for them. I didn't even ask them what it cost, but it's McDonald's. So it was 2 McFlurries and a couple cheeseburgers, but it ended up being like $12. I was like, what the hell? But I was like, yo, I'll get it for him. I was pissed, but I'll get it for him. You know, so when they got done, I was like, hey, I got y'all food, so just hang out here. I got y'all food. And they were like, thank you. And the girl from the register was like, thank you. But I don't need, you know, I think that's simple stuff. And I'm only bringing this up on here because we're talking about it. But I would never go out and put that live. I'm not using it as a tax write-off or anything like that. That's a small gesture, but I'll do that from time to time.
My only counterpoint to that is you don't see, I'll just say this and then I'll yield. You guys will see a issue, not an issue, but I don't know what the right word is. It makes me feel a certain kind of way that a celebrity can pay $2.8 million just for a seat on the space shuttle.
They'll say they earned it.
Okay.
Just like you went on a cruise, I went on a cruise. I earned that money I'm spending.
Cruise is a big difference from a space shuttle ride.
I mean, yes, but that's an art. that's an art dollar figures. You're right, but that's an all dollar.
That's a big difference.
The guy knows how to impact her day. Yeah, I hope it impacted her. Like, you know, they walked out and hope it made them happy, or, you know, made them think that no, all humans are evil pieces of So that's really my point. It's just, you know, I help out when I can help out, but that don't mean I'm standing in line and saying, hey, anybody free McDonald's for the rest of the day? I got it. But yeah, definitely. That's like you paying for a first class ticket. Exactly. It is, but it's all subjective. Very subjective.
Would you say, what is more common, to pay for a first class ticket versus coach?
Yeah, you're right.
Or paying for a $2.8 million seat on a friggin' space shuttle to go to Mars?
You're right.
I mean, come on. It's not like they're saying, hey guys, Gayle King is buying a first class ticket to Japan. Oh, you know, I need to buy me a first class ticket too. Hey Gayle, hey everybody, Gayle King's buying a ticket to Mars. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do that. How much that cost? Oh, only $2.8 million. How many of the Americans can actually afford $2.8 million?
Not a lot.
And I get it. Some people will say, well, DC, everybody makes their own luck.
Mm-hmm.
They made that money, their hard money. They should be able to spend it how they want to spend it. I agree. You are 100% right. For me, it just seems a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
P said, what the hell over
$12?
$12.
Damn, for 2 McFlurries and a couple cheeseburgers is crazy.
P, he don't look like him, but P is the residential Ned Flanders. Man. I remember that time we had a conversation about this video game. I said, yo, just buy this video game. Blah, blah. He's like, hell no. It's like, it's only $30, bro. It's for the show. Nope. He wasn't trying to do it.
Oh, man, that you know what's a great show. If y'all didn't see the Tecmo Bowl competition between me and Philly for the Super Bowl, it was a great show, but the behind the scenes to get there. Headache on top of headache. That's why we asked for the star trade, man. It takes a lot. It's not easy at all. You're allowed to feel your way. Yeah. Oh, look at Olivia being sweet. You're allowed to feel the way you feel. But yeah, maybe when I go out to Costco today, I'll buy somebody. Nah, Costco's like $200 a cart. Never mind. You ain't get out of Costco for $200. Maybe I'll buy a glizzy for $1.50 at the joint.
I think you can, it's the small things, you know, like buying your exec a coffee or the people in the office some donuts. It's just small things, you know.
Samel, I'm not frugal, I'm broke.
He is.
I'm broke
Samel,
as hell.
hey, facts.
I'm broke
facts.
as hell, Samel.
Facts.
Don't get it wrong.
Frugal as hell, bro.
I'm hoping one day you pay for me to go on a cruise with you and the family, man. Y'all be hanging out and having a good time. I want to be on the same thing. He said, me too. We broke. It's not frugal, it's broke. We try to make sure we can make it to tomorrow. I got to pay bills right now anyway. Man, you know I say that's never fun, paying bills. I'll never be like, oh, I can't wait to pay bills today. Not the car note or nothing.
Thankful I can pay them, though. That's for sure.
I won't, but I'll make cookies.
Yeah,
I mean, the same
cool.
thing.
Hey,
You're buying the materials to make cookies. I can't cook, so I don't want to kill nobody.
Hey, everybody, I love some good pastries.
We know. Somebody bring pastries to the office. Hey, take them to the office before you give them to Philly, because he's just gonna be, oh, thank you. His two big ass hands go in there and double fist some damn cookies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He said, Pete ain't broke. Don't you have a Tesla, bro?
I know he not.
You're not paying for gas, right?
That's
Yo,
right,
man,
he
first
not.
of all, stop pocket watching. That's number one.
He ain't broke. He try to make people seem broke. Make people think he broke. He ain't broke.
Broke. Bro, we ain't got no money over here. We trying to make it. We just try to make it to tomorrow. I love being able to pay my bills. I am grateful to have a paycheck. Man, I wish I had a paycheck with no bills. That'd be a lot better. But do I get sad when the mortgage comes out? Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I'm in my second month paying for my mortgage, and I guess because we bought a house within our budget, so it's
Man,
not
you're
like
very
it's a
honest
shocker,
about where
know
you
what I
spend
mean?
your money at. I'm very amazed by that.
What you mean?
Like, you're honest
Good
about
for
your
you.
retirement. You're honest about like your money, where you spend your money at. I'm very
what's wrong with
amazed at
that?
it. Shout out to Samel Brown, helping out the Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
We have a passenger.
Every little bit helps.
We have a passenger. At his big ass train, and one passenger.
That's right.
P, how the electric charging station work? You're paying for electricity like gas? Seriously, I don't know. Okay, so I have an electric charger in my garage. So it's a 240 volt, which is the same as your dryer uses. So you charge it during off-peak hours, and my bill probably goes up about $40 a month because of it. And you don't have to charge every day. I'll charge like every other day, sometimes every day. It just depends how far I gotta travel. You also have of course the electric charging stations out there that you can plug into for a couple minutes and do that. But I mean, that's kind of how it works. Now, if you don't have a 240 volt charger in your garage or somewhere, you have to plug 110, which you're only getting 4 miles an hour max on that. And so you're charging all day, every day. So that is no different than having your TV on all day. That's basically what it is. But that's it about charging. But yes, a lot cheaper than how do I give 2,000 stars? Real question. It won't let you give that much, Samel? Let me check. I can check it on my end. Dang, that's first of all, dope question. If you're on Facebook watching it live, oops, give me a second. Why is that doing both of them? All right. I might not be able to do it. Here we go. Stars, give stars. Oh, yeah, if you just go, I think the max you can give, is 200. Oh, you can go custom. So if you go on there, you hit stars. If you're watching the show, you hit the little star emblem, go custom, and then you say how many stars you want to give. Can you give 2,000? Yeah, you can give 2,000. Definitely can give 2,000. You just type it in there.
Give 2,000. Just type it in there.
Just type it in there. That's it. Simple. We'll stay on the show just in case Samel figures it out. Now is not the time to cut the show. Philly, topic, please. Now is not the time to cut the show. Base Housing will install a charge port for you if you're still active duty. What? Oh, Base Housing. Dang. Where's that at?
Some privatized housing. I think Hawaii is just starting now. Get a couple other bases.
Shout out to IMSC.
Army too.
Shout out to IMSC.
Woot woot.
How do I? There we go.
Anyway,
Let me like
so
this.
back to work next week for me.
Me too.
Got some trips coming up. One Alabama for the Wing Commanders course for 1 day turn and burn, and then Wright-Patterson the week after that to see my good friend Jay Knowles do her transfer of responsibility. And she's going to the contract and be the CFM in the Pentagon. And so excited in May, going to Iowa with the lovely bride to see her walk across the stage to get her graduate.
Iowa.
Yeah, she went to Purdue.
Hey, you know what? My graduation's in May. I'm still thinking if I should go or not.
You should.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another
Monumental
passenger on the
moment.
plane. Shout out
Word.
Charles Davis for the
Plane or train.
100 stars. We have plenty of room. The water's warm.
Plane or train.
You said what?
Is it a plane or a train?
Train.
You said plane.
Oh, my
Passenger on
bad.
plane.
Oh, the train.
Perfect.
Yeah. Look at Samel Brown. One
Oh, yeah.
stars for Samel Brown.
Damn.
Hey, he
Damn.
think he going to space. We ain't going to space.
Woo!
Shout out Samel Brown. Keeping the lights on, bro. Appreciate you.
Great
Appreciate you.
job.
Yes. Oh, the
sir.
Taco Bell. Oh, man, you got a cool little symbol, too. Look, the star party has started now.
Hey.
Yeah, we always start the star party really late, but we appreciate starting it anyway, anyhow. But the star party started. Man, I wish there was a command chief out there that would give some stars. But anyway, move on.
Yeah, I wish so. I wish too. You give my stars, me being on this microphone, you dirtbag.
Hey, no, good point.
How about that?
So yeah, I'm thinking if I should walk across the stage or not. And they asked me to give a speech because I'm a 4.0 graduate.
You a 4.0 graduate.
Yeah.
Bruh.
What?
Does anybody else see the laughter of the
Fatality.
the comedy of this, man?
I'm 4.0 graduate.
Exactly.
I am.
Hell no, bro.
Shout out Samel Brown for the 1,000 stars.
Hell no.
Samel Brown, no
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Talk that talk, Pete. It's all right.
Y'all being nice, bro. Y'all
Talk your
being
shit.
Nice. Y'all being nice.
Man,
Okay, I
shout out to
digress.
y'all
Yeah,
for the
you can walk.
stars, man. You don't know how much we appreciate that. For real, for real. It's just much love, much love, man. 200 stars for Charles Davis, 2,000 big stars for Samel Brown, man. Goodness gracious,
sir.
bruh. We
Thank
appreciate that. Samel,
Much
we appreciate that for real, for real. Charles Davis, another 200 stars.
Oh,
Hey, they
dang.
having a competition right now. If you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
share, I went to zero. He I just wanted the paper. That's exactly. Let him be happy. Thank you, Olivia.
Oh,
Shit.
but he's at 4.0 though, man. Come on.
That's my master's program. That shit was tough.
That
shit was tough. Yo, bachelor's I didn't even make that. 4.0 with that reading. Go KP. We know you're not reading that
Exactly.
speeches. Straight freestyle. Shout out Samel Brown for another 1,000 stars. Yo, what is going
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Samel, yo,
Oh, wow. See.
you know we appreciate it, but goodness, we ain't gonna tell you
Yeah.
stop. Hey, keep it moving, keep it going. Hey, we ain't gonna tell you stop. But shout out Samel Brown, man. If y'all want to get on Samel level, step your game up. Goodness gracious, that DD214. Don't do your whole 100% in there, but man, shout out Samel Brown and Charles Davis, both for the stars, getting the star train going. But yeah, so what's your thought? Should I walk the stage? Not walk the stage?
I hate those damn sound effects. Yeah, you should.
Oh, can you pay for my trip to DC? Not Philly.
Yeah, I'll send. Yeah, don't worry. I'll you check your app. Check your American.
American Express.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and go to the airport.
Hey, you know what? Something I learned. I'll tell you off camera. That's an off camera
Has
conversation.
everyone gotten their real ID yet? I haven't gotten mine.
Nah, it's not till what, 2027?
No, it's May. It's May this year, player.
Next month?
Yeah.
Oh, I sure haven't got it.
I mean, they said if you ain't got it, you can use your passport, which I have one, but I ain't got my real ID.
Hey, Samel, we appreciate you. We need to bring you back on the show, not just because you donated
yeah.
stars. But
Yeah, we should.
yeah, we back on the
You
show.
earned a seat.
Yeah. Who cares what we think?
You
What do you want
like
to
the
do?
benefactor behind the scenes.
Yeah. Olivia, I'll be honest, I just don't want to spend the damn money. Oh my fucking God, let's talk about the real ID. Walk, but don't read a speech.
Exactly. Thank you. Hey. Yes. Don't read. Please don't read.
We can drive on base. Yeah, you can drive. Pete, what school you graduate from? Congratulations for real. So I'm a graduating of the American Public University.
I thought what's that thing there? What's that joint that Lil Romeo went to?
Oh, like I thought he went to USC.
ICDC University.
Yeah, pretty much same thing. But yeah, American Military University or Public University, whatever this is. Let me see.
AMU.
Pete, where you been? It's this year. Man, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't even think about the real ID. I didn't. What, you got to go to DMV to get one? I don't even know how to get one.
Yeah, man, you gotta get that star on your license, man.
Oh, let me check.
That
Let me
is
check, see if I got one.
passport. I ain't got one.
You ain't got no passport?
No fool. I said I had a passport. I don't have
Oh.
the star on my ID card.
Oh, I got a star. Look, is this it? Well, I get in trouble.
I can't see. Yeah, it looked like it. You all up in the camera. Yep, you got one.
Oh,
Yeah,
boom.
dang. All this time, you didn't know you had one.
Of course I'm good to go.
Y'all roast this dude, y'all. Roast this dude.
You can't drive on base without a real ID. That's where I got my master's. Oh, congratulations.
What?
You can't drive on base
Who
without a
said
real
that
ID?
about- Who said that?
Olivia.
I mean, security forces?
No, she did.
Why would that's stupid? All you need is a driver's license. Why would
Did you
need
see
an
what
ID?
Charles Davis
Charles
said?
Davis says he read that speech. The dean going to look at the administrator like, what the F?
That's
I thought I was
actually
the
funny.
only one.
That's
I thought I was
actually
the only
funny.
one.
Oh, look at my
Hey.
fellow alumni, AMU alumni grad. Alumni. Me and Samel Brown going to the alumni dinner. You
Yo,
can't
what's
go.
that program? Never leave a child behind.
Olivia said that's what a cop told her. I don't know about that.
That don't sound right, man. That don't sound right.
Yo, man. Hey, for real.
Child
But
behind.
you know what? Just for that, I got another week to type this speech up. I'm gonna type it up and send
No,
it in.
don't do it.
Yep, I'm definitely
Don't
gonna do
do
it
it.
just because of the
That's-
haters that we had, and I'm recording on unpopular celebrities. Just
Oh, Lord.
yes. I've actually been told I'm a very good public
I
speaker.
left my ID card on base. I had to sign myself in.
Oh,
You know what that irritates me about security forces?
uh-oh.
We never can get our shit right. We always change the rules, and it varies from base or from flight chief or from cop. Man, there's some bases you can't sign yourself in. So you ain't got no ID card? Your ID is in your office? Oh, go ahead and sign yourself in. You might as well just let her go in.
Yeah.
What's the point? I swear.
passing
Oh, don't
ID.
get me started on passing ID, bro. Don't get me. Oh, man.
Yo,
I ain't gonna do it.
but I do appreciate them letting me in. Like if I leave my ID like on base or in my computer, I'm like, God dog it. Like, bruh, for real. I left my
The
stuff
problem
in.
is the next time you do it, they be like, oh, we can't let you in. Bro, y'all did it last month. Well, that was
Yeah.
last month. I don't know who was posted here before, but you can't do that.
Have you ever coined somebody for letting you in without your ID?
Hell no.
Oh, okay. Somebody at our base got coined for
Oh my God.
without their
Oh,
ID.
man. Oh man.
Olivia said, look me up on DBiz. That takes too long. That takes too long.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Let me review it. I'll do you a solid. I'll let you review it. I'll let you look
That's
at it,
what's up.
Samel.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
No,
for
the
sure.
problem in reviewing this, Mel, is reading it. It's reading it.
Hell no.
Ah.
Charles Davis said, I think it must be the screen. Too small, Pete. I'm going to stop, but congratulations. Yo, the screen is too small. 100%. Thank you. Hey, Philly made me spend all this money on this setup over here. Luckily, I got to claim it on my taxes, but goodness gracious, had to spend all this money for this setup. Pissed me off.
How you claiming on your taxes?
Because this is where the business is.
Oh.
The
Can I do it
screen, the sound bar, the new computer I just bought, this expensive ass IKEA desk.
Well, why you ain't buy another mic then?
That's what I need. That's next. That's coming up. You know, you got to do things per year. I don't want to spend everything in 1 year. Then I can't claim that next year. So that's next. New mic. But thank you for that. Now you be looking at P Pretty's teeth. Thank you. Thank
He
you.
doesn't floss.
I do floss. Y'all be killing me. Hey, Samel, I promise. One of your command chiefs coined one of our members at the gate for letting him in on base without his ID. Oh, thank you,
Hell
sir.
no, I ain't calling you for letting me on base, man. What the duck is that?
He might be getting rid of coins because he's about to retire. So he's like, he'll just start getting rid of coins. You get a coin. You get a coin. You can get a coin. Hey, that's one of the stipulations. Oh, let AI read it out loud.
That's
And
what
just
I
move
said.
your.
Yep.
You want me to
That's
dub
what I
it?
said. Yup.
Look like a Chinese kung fu movie. There must be a voice mod to be a kung fu movie. There gotta be. I don't know what it would call, but I'm sure they got it. But anyway, that's funny. That's funny. So Real ID next month. Get yours because I got mine. Thank you, Samel. He do, man. Stay on my neck. Let a brother breathe. Look, I'll take senior NCOs. Don't get them. What? Look, I'll take one. Oh, seniors. You like coins? You still like? I'm not a coin guy at all. I'm not a coin person. I still got your coin though. You got one of the dopest coins.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you do.
Let me ask you a question. Are you going to keep any of your military swag when you retire?
Like what?
Are you going to hang it up? You know, like your coins, your decorations, your any stuff you got. You ain't got nothing hanging in your office, do you?
Nothing. I don't have one thing in my office.
Dirtbag.
Not one thing. Hey, trust me, my commander gets on me. She's watching right now. Lucky my chief ain't watching and my commander because they get on me right now. They made me bring something in from home to put in my office. So I brought in my Thor hammer and put that in the office. That is it.
You suck.
Yo, somebody, let me tell you how bad I am. And you're going to be mad, but it's all good. Already in the box in the garage. Yep, definitely.
Dang.
Look, they gave me a happy birthday little streamer thing across my office and like balloons. It's still in there. I ain't taking nothing down. Like my birthday was 8 months ago. It's about to be my birthday all over again. Yeah, I was like, I ain't put it up there. I ain't taking it down.
Wow.
Yo, my little civilians be walking past my office like, yo, it's your birthday? Everybody be like, happy birthday. I'm like, man, my birthday is October.
That is terrible.
I love my house looking pretty. My office, no flare. I don't even care. We changed them too much. Yep, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. This is my first office.
I want to know if Samel kept his stuff because I know he got a lot of swag.
Thank you. Yeah, see, I know your office, but you got personal stuff in there.
Well, I made a conscious effort, a concerted effort to get rid of stuff and only keep the stuff that I wanted.
So, but don't you have a bunch of Eagle stuff in there? And
yeah, 90% of stuff I have in my office, I will still use in my own home. But there are a couple of things I will get rid of. I will only keep maybe one trophy, and that was my Level Toe Award because that means a lot to me. That was, to me, the way, the start of my career going upward. Even though I still got in trouble, got in the fight, but still.
Do you remember when you made senior?
Yeah.
You remember some
particular thing you bought me?
Where the freak is that at?
Man, shoot. Hey, charge to the game, bro. TMO, baby.
Crazy.
TMO, baby.
That's
TMO, baby.
wild.
Hey, TMO, baby.
That's wild. You know how much that shit costs? Hey. No, you don't appreciate it. You don't appreciate it. You appreciate that Levato Award. That's crazy.
Yo,
where Mass Council at?
Hey, man, I try to keep that joint. When I got the Luke, man, it had like oil stains on it. I guess when they put it, it was dripping stuff on that joint. The little dangling little thing that you had on it, that was gone.
He said, I kept my decks for legacy's sake for my great grandkids, but them trophies in What about your shadow box? That's what everybody keeps asking me
shadow
about.
box you get,
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps asking me about is what I want for my shadow box. I say, give me something functional, like a trunk.
Yeah.
Don't give me this thing I got to put wall anchors to put up on my freaking house.
Yeah. I'm thinking like a little table or something.
These things, honestly, we spent so much money on. Hey, so that's how I feel about quarterly awards. We need to get rid of giving away quarterly awards and yearly awards. Peace office look like that empty jail cell. Yep. Just desk, chair, a couple pins in it. Hey, 100%. Hey, don't forget about the phone and a telephone and computer. That's it.
That's funny.
Good. Samel said that Levito proves you weren't a dummy, kinda. Oh, Eagle. He said, yo, he didn't say DG. He said Levito. He didn't say nothing about DG. He was liked. That's what that means.
First of all,
He was that's not the Commandant
one
Award.
of the highest averages in the schoolhouse and peer points to win level 2, you hater.
It must have been 8 people in there.
A non-level 2 award winner would never understand that.
It must have been either 8 people or 1,000 people. You were just one of them. The picture
guess
I
what?
love.
You had to be good at all of your stuff, including giving speeches, which is you're not good at.
First of all, let me say something. Yeah, we get a trunk or table. Okay, he got a trunk. Yo, I did decorate my ex office so he didn't look like Dexter. Pete is Dexter. Don't say Dexter. That's crazy.
Exactly.
But I do got happy birthday stuff up. But what was I about to say? Oh, I'm really good at giving speeches. I'm just not good at reading. That's like if you know what, like if you want me to MC, I'm a really good MC. I just need the script.
I asked you to do mine.
I just need the script about 2 weeks out so I can memorize it because I ain't reading.
Bro, you ain't gonna be able to memorize the bro.
Oh, trust me. I have memorized many. I have memorized
a damn speech.
I have memorized.
No,
look, if I fuck it up, we just
no.
make it a roast session. We just turn your shit into a roast session.
Oh, hell.
I have memorized many scripts.
Charles, would you like to be?
Come in and talk to me. Tell you this is Cold Clinic office. Yeah, yo, I just did one for 2 master sergeants. 3 master.
Man, that's
did one for,
bro. I'm a freaking command chief, bro. Get it together, man.
Basic.
I know a lot of people. Don't be messing this up for me.
Are you coming to my retirement ceremony?
Yeah, fool. I'm coming.
I got your seat in the back. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. Yeah, they're not gonna put me in the back. I'm gonna be in the front. I'm gonna roast you the whole time. I'm like, tell him to read his decoration.
I can't read decorations. That decoration stuff is hard.
I'll be right in front row. Yo, read his decoration.
That decoration stuff is hard. The singular distinguished accomplishments, that's hard to get out. That's hard to get out. Culminates a career of that's hard to get back. That's hard to get out. Let me back Pete up. Thank you. Oh, he gonna back me up. We can do 2 MCs, me and Charles Davis. So I can just say good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and let him take over after that.
You got Charles read a whole paragraph, and then you're probably
I'm just standing up there with a microphone.
And then they go right back to him.
and then at the end, thank you for attending. Your attendance is greatly appreciated to the council family.
Like, who was the other dude? He said like maybe 10 words. The whole
I Samel, I really appreciate the stars. Oh, look at the little hey, I think I can do that. Hey. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, is it this way?
Crap.
It might be this way. It's not working. Oh, there you go. Boom, 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 boom. Anyway. Oh man, that's funny. Retirement is gonna be fun. Can we broadcast yours on Unpopular Celebrities? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure my boss will ask me if I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, live on Unpopular Celebrities.
Yo, I know ain't that many people on here, but I have been slow rolling putting this out on Facebook. I'm gonna do it tonight, man. I mean, people ask me about it. It's a dang shame. I hit the button last month. Ain't nobody know about it.
I mean, I hit the button dang what? How many months ago?
He said,
Three-
Pete reading the Declaration is wild. Everybody's going to be like, DC, you really know how to choose. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, no.
This
I
is
need to
crazy.
get another MC. Yeah,
This
I probably need to get another one.
This is crazy. Crazy. It's the same military jargon.
What was I thinking? Oh, Lord.
Just don't let me say what IMSC is. Just keep me at IMSC. Let me I can read the whole thing.
Installation. Is that mission?
I'm gonna go to the colonel.
Especially that one part that let's see these presents greetings. You're like, see these presents. And
No, that's the easy part. That's the easy part. P reading the Declaration like boxing from Harlem Heights. Remember DC? That's crazy. Supplemental message.
Oh,
And you know
man,
what?
that's
I'm the only one with the script. So if something goes wrong, you just make some
Oh,
stuff up and
Lord.
keep it moving.
I'm gonna stand at attention like this. Wendy gonna be staring at me like,
Chief Counsel was presented a certificate from the President of the United States that reads,
you already
job.
said it right to the President of the United States. Oh, Lord help me.
the President of the United States. It reads,
Oh, Lord.
good job, DC. Hey. He was also presented a letter from the Secretary of the Air Force. It reads, to DC, thank you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, man.
Help
That's funny.
me. Help me.
That's funny.
Should be interesting.
Miss Counsel also received a letter of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. It reads, thank you.
Thank you.
Or you just make some stuff up. To
I ain't
Miss
got nothing else to
Counsel,
say besides
don't
thank
know
you.
how you put up with this many years behind this man. They say behind every great man is a great woman. Well, you're just a great woman standing by yourself. But I would like to thank you for your dedication and service as a spouse of the United States Air Force. Thank you. Signed, Chief Flossie, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force.
You about to get fired for real. How you get fired on your day off?
Why you being a hater though? That's what I want to know. What you being a hater
What
for?
was I thinking?
Huh?
What was I thinking? Lord have mercy. Give me strength.
I'm actually a really good MC.
We'll see.
I did the group award. I did the freaking flopping group
Oh,
award.
you did the group award. Ooh.
No, I'm just saying you've seen it before.
You get many group awards. You only get one retirement.
That's
One.
right.
Who's emceeing yours?
I don't know yet. I asked somebody, but they haven't gave me a yes yet. I got 2 brojos. They're gonna be reaching out to you later on to for your invitation.
I want to make sure. What, are you having a reception?
After it's 50-50. They're pretty much forcing me to. Like, people are going to be traveling here and you just want to do this hour thing for people traveling here. Like, you got to do something else.
Dang. That's probably going to be cheap too.
Oh, cheap as hell.
Big time blanket.
Who gets many group awards? Clearly, I'm loser. No, MC, not actually receiving, just MC. Behind every bad reader is some teacher who says no child left behind.
Exactly. That's what I said earlier. No child left behind.
That's crazy. All right, can we cut the show? I got to go to Costco. It's 2 hours long.
Man, I need to get something to eat.
Well, appreciate you being on here. Another weekly show we'll have. I'll short this up a little bit. So y'all go on YouTube, man. Subscribe if y'all haven't subscribed yet. We'll get the notification once you do. But subscribe. Like, comment. Like DC said, throw up a comment in there. We'll answer back. Definitely will answer back to all of them. And everything will be spelled right. But yeah. Thank y'all for coming on here. Thank y'all for being on here. Thanks for the content. Thanks for being a part of the show. Who goes to Costco at 2 p.m. on a Sunday? Ooh, I do. And it's only 12 o'clock out here. But I do. But thanks. We'll be back on next week. A couple mid shows. Playoffs start on Tuesday, so Tuesday might be or Wednesday might be a good show because NBA playoffs start. Much love, Charles. Thanks, Charles, for the stars.
All right, bro. Be easy, bro.
All right, go ahead, Philly.
I'm
Take us
heading
out.
out Wednesday.
Oh,
and come back Thursday.
Damn.
You head out Wednesday, come back Thursday.
Damn. That's a
And then
turn and burn for real.
Sunday, come back Tuesday.
What's the 1 day trip? You drive?
That Wing Commanders course in Alabama.
Oh, roll tide.
From that. So it's a turn and burn.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Yeah. All right. We appreciate y'all listening, man. As always, Unpopular Celebrities. We appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Help your boys out, man. Get on YouTube. Send us some love in the comments, man. Talk about my hat. Talk about my CRTs in the back, my glasses, whatever. Just, it helps the algorithm. We trying to grow, y'all. It's time to grow. You cannot stay the same as always. It's time to grow. Y'all enjoy us. We enjoy y'all. We trying to reach more people, man. So drop some comments on there. Shout out to Samel Brown and Charles Davis against for the stars. Much, 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 much appreciated, man. And shout out to the folks who listen today, Nick Jack, Olivia, and such. Jerry, you know who you are, man. Unpopular Celebrities, Freddie Kincaid, UPC fan. We out to the next show. Go Birds.